Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't done one of these videos in a while. I've been keeping track of all my makeup purchases and to be honest, I haven't been like making big makeup like orders or hauls lately. It's really just been like one thing here, one thing there. Then after a few months, I have 30 products on my list to rank and I didn't think I could do 30 all in one video. So we're gonna go through 20 of the last products that I purchased and we're ranking them from 20 all the way up to number 1. I feel like I've got a good mix here. I've got a lot of drugstore affordable kind of brands. I've got some higher end, some mid-range brands. So let's go ahead and jump into it because I feel like it's going to take us quite a bit to get through. I haven't been doing a great job of plugging the channel. So if you haven't already, I hope you subscribe and hit that bell icon to notify whenever new videos do come out. I try to get them out once a week. Here we focus on project panning, buying new makeup, using what we have, getting creative, and having fun. All right, so starting off with numbers 20. Oh my god, this is where I struggle with Matthew. Don't laugh at me. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. This is the graveyard of products I have not yet tried, which is shame. Shame on Monica. I have not tried these yet, so they're at the bottom of the list because I have not tried them. First, I have the AOA Studio No Pore Face Primer. I get PR from Shop Miss A quite often, and because the products are so affordable, I end up getting a lot of products. So honestly, it just takes me a while to try all of them. So this one I have not tried before, so I don't want to say anything about it because I've not tried it. And I am absolutely throwing shade at influencers that say, I love this brand. I haven't tried this product, but I know I love it. You don't know that you'll love it because you haven't tried the damn product yet. And I am being shady because that is a direct quote from a certain influencer that I immediately unfollowed. I'm so petty. Speaking of petty project pan, the last update, I'll throw it up in the cards. I'm a natural at tying in videos. All right, next we have these loose powders from AOA Studio. I happen to pick these up in PR whenever they, so just to clear some confusion whenever I talk about picking stuff up from AOA Studio. Most of what I get from them is PR, but what they do is they give me like a gift card and then I can go and pick out what I want from the site. So I tend to say I picked this up, but everything in this video from Shop Miss A, except for the foundation later on, I did get in PR, just to make that clear. But I got these two loose powders in PR right around the time I stopped really wearing loose powder, so haven't really tried these yet, but I do want to test them out because now I'm at the point where I loved just Target powdering, and I'm looking for a good loose powder to do that, because the loose powders that I have now are more under eye brightening kind of shades. Like this one, I feel like this probably be more under eye brightening, whereas this one, I don't know. I am Casper, so that might work, but haven't tried them yet. All right, and next, these are all brow products because I was in a brow rut and I was like, I need to find something to help my brows. And that something was actually brow lamination. I really like how they look now. So I'm really enjoying that. So that being said, I've not really tested these out. I have the Envy Brow Styler from Shop Miss A AOA Studio in the shade Ebony. I have still in the wrapper, this is the Dual Brow Definer from AOA Studio Shop Miss A, also in the shade Ebony. And then this one I have not even opened up. This is from NYX. I picked up from Ulta, and this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in gray. So these are both in black. I got this in gray just because I was like, well, maybe I'm in a rut because I'm not happy with the color of my brows. But then I thought, I'm silly because I love the way my brows look. I just tinted them last weekend again, and they look great when they're tinted black. So I don't know if I'll use this. I left it in the packaging because there's a good chance I might give this away or declutter it. Okay, so that's all the products I have not used yet. The rest of these products I have thoroughly tested. And the first one is from Shop Miss A, also gotten in PR. This is the Tinted Brow Fix Gel, and I gotta say, I hate it. I hate the applicator. I hate the product. It's messy. The shade says ebony, but the product is brown. It's brown. Yeah, not a fan. All right, next, another product from NYX that I picked up from Ulta. This is the Epic Smoke Liner in the shade White Smoke. So I saw this in Ulta and I thought that that shade would look perfect in my waterline. And I like a lot of NYX liners for the waterline, but this one is not one of them. It's not good in the waterline at all. It disappears in seconds. So this, I believe, is more so of an eyeliner, like for your lid, but I tried it that way and it also disappeared in seconds. So I don't know how they make this liner and how it's so different from their other liners because they have an entire line of eyeliners. I think it's the Epic Wear liners, that are incredible. And they last forever on the waterline, and they're comfy, and they're pencils, and they sharpen, and they last forever, and they're affordable, and they're great, and they're vibrant, and they're not this. This sucks. So I wouldn't recommend anything from the Epic Smoke line from NYX because they're not the same. Next, I have a product from Catrice that I've been testing out for a while. This is the Under Eye Brightener Instant Awake, and it's in the shade Light Rose. So I feel like this shade is like perfect for my under eyes. The downside is that the formula is just okay. I've noticed that it does sit in my fine lines a lot more than like the other under eye brighteners that I like to use, specifically the Becca one. And then also I found some from the Ulta Beauty collection that I actually also like, and they don't sit into my fine lines as much. So I love the shade, but the formula, it's just not, it's not there for me. It's not terrible. It's not amazing. It's like right in the middle. All right, next, this is 4 bottles, but I got them all in one kit, in like one set in PR from Shop Miss A. And this is all of their shade altering drops for foundation and concealer. So they have a white, they have a black, they have like a warm terracotta, and they have a very, very bright blue. So you're supposed to use this to lighten, this to darken, this to warm up and darken your foundation. Heads up, it's not gonna lighten your foundation. And then this is to darken and cool your foundation down. I've tested out all of these except for the blue because I feel like I'm like neutral, leaning towards a little warm, maybe olive. I'm not really cool tone, so I'm not going to use this. So I feel like I should declutter this and give it to someone who actually could use it. But these, I actually really like them. The only downside is, and the reason why they're this far down on the list, is that I have experience with Shop Miss A liquid products, and I know they expire faster than I'm used to. So while I love these drops, I don't know if I would continue to repurchase them because I don't know if I would get through an entire bottle before it went bad. But I do love this. So my favorite one to use, like I said, this warms and darkens a foundation. And this is the one I've been using the most for foundations that are too light for me. And then for ones that are too dark for me, I've been using the white, and it works really, really well. I did use the black to darken a few foundations as well, but I just liked the way it looked better on my complexion when I used the warm terracotta instead of the black. But it does what it says it's gonna do. It darkens or lightens or warms the foundation without affecting the original formula of the original foundation. And you only need one like itty bitty little drop, and then you're good for mixing your foundation. One thing I don't like about the LA Studio, no, it's the LA Girl white mixer that I use the most for mixing my foundations. The only thing I don't like about that is that I kind of have to use a lot of products sometimes to lighten a foundation, whereas with these, it's like so like concentrated, you only need a drop. Which could also work as a negative if they expire faster. You know, there's like pros and there's cons, and that's why they're kind of in the middle. 11. So we're right there near the middle of our countdown. So the next product that I picked up is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara in brown. So I love the way that this looks on my lashes. It gives me the same kind of bright, like wide fanned, voluminous effect that the original mascara does, but it's brown and it looks really, really pretty, especially like with my Pan That palette when I'm doing a lot of like peachy kind of looks. This matches perfectly. The only downside to this is that it flakes off and transfers when the original doesn't really do that on me. So I like the way it looks at first, but after a full day, I tend to get a little bit of a raccoon eye towards the bottom, which is a shame because this looks so pretty. Coming in at number 10, right in the middle, we have a blush I've been dying to get for like years, and I finally picked up. It's the Benefit Boxed Blush in Butterfly, and it's the bright orange shade. So I love orange blush. If you've been here for a while, you'll probably know that. And this one is like, it's on everyone's list of orange blushes that they love. It's really pretty. I do like it. The only downside is I feel like it's a little too like matte and chalky. There's a peachy blush in this list that I ended up loving a lot more than this one, which is why it's kind of down here. But I'm glad I have it in my collection. I feel like it's got a spot in my collection. There's going to be a use for it. It's not going to just kind of sit in there and never get used. But it's not exactly what I was expecting. Coming in at number 9, we have the Tarte Fake Awake eyeliner in white. So this is a pretty new product. So it's basically the same eyeliner that they have in like their light beige shade, but they came out with it in white. And I was just curious and I wanted to try it out. And I gotta say, it's a good eyeliner. It's white, it's vibrant, it stays in the waterline all day. I think it's a little bit overpriced. Kind of like the Fake Awake, but I gotta say, I love like the tone and the way the Fake Awake looks. I'm wearing it in my waterline today. And that's what got me to try this white one, because I do love a good white eyeliner in the waterline, and my favorite up until now has been from NYX, but I was curious. I just wanted to try it out. And so while I think it's a good eyeliner, I do think it's overpriced. So personally, while I do like the beigey kind of nudie Fake Awake eyeliner, I think you could probably get the same thing from a white eyeliner if you just get the one from NYX. But not the smoky one. Get the Epic Wear pencil. Those are the good ones. All right, next we have technically a repurchase for me, and one I haven't made in a while. I was in Ulta, I looked, and most of them were gone, but I picked up the last two. I have two Stila Glitter and Glows. I have the shades Diamond Dust and Kitten Karma. So these, I feel like they're like oldie but goodies. I don't see a lot of people talking about them on YouTube anymore, but like when I just need a quick eye look and I want it to look like I spent a lot of time on my makeup, these are such a good go-to. You just slapdash some matte shades on, you throw this on your lid, you pat it out with your finger, and you've got a look that looks incredible, and it took 2 seconds. So I've gone back to using these, specifically the shade Kitten Karma, because this matches my Pan That palette so nicely, and I forget why I don't reach for them as much anymore. I love these. They're so good. They're a little pricey, but I do think they're worth the price. Especially when you get them at Ulta, because you can use points, you can use coupons, all that jazz. Next, we have a newer product from e.l.f. This is the Camo Hydrating CC Cream. So this is the hydrating version of their Camo CC Cream. I have to say, I like the original better. This one's okay. It's not my favorite, especially because I found another BB CC Cream that I love so much more than the e.l.f. But the e.l.f. is still a good option. I do think this is okay, but I do like the original one better. So it made it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It made it to number 7 in this ranking. I've had to recount all of this so many times. Why do I do this to myself? Next, we have another repurchase for a product I love. This is the Got2b Brow Gel. I can't count how many of these I've gone through now. I love them. I have to use less of it now that I've actually laminated my brows. I'm so happy with the way that they stick up, just kind of all on their own now. But I still love this brow gel. It's great. If they came out with this in a tinted version, I don't think I would ever use any other brow product ever again. All right, next we have a blush that I bought like on a whim because Kelly Gooch used it in a video and it looked gorgeous on her and she said she loved it and I was influenced and I bought it and I also love it. It's great. This is the Catrice Air Blush Matte in the shade Peach Heaven. And it's just like the perfect peach tone for fair complexions. It's just so beautiful. Like, I can't get over how perfect this looks on my skin. And the way I actually love using it the most is patting it down on top of wet foundation so that it gets like a little bit slightly darker because it's setting down on wet foundation, but it sets the foundation down and it looks so pretty and it sets so nicely and it looks beautiful through a full day. And I'm shocked I haven't tried really any of these blushes from Catrice, but this shade is just like the perfect shade. I love it. Contender for like honestly some of my top 10 products of the year. Next we have another repurchase, one that I love. I mentioned it slightly before, the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara, the original, the one, the only, the best. All right, we are down to our top three products. How exciting. So number 3 is a foundation from Shop Miss A's new A20 Lab line. So they have a new in-house line. It's called the A20 Lab. And originally, I think it was all their single shadows, which honestly, they're not great. Most of the eyeshadows from Shop Miss A aren't the best. But they started coming out with new foundations under that line. And this one, the Soft Matte Foundation, is incredible. I love this foundation. I've gone through like half of it. And it's not because there's not a lot of foundation in here. I think it is a full ounce. No, it's a lie. There is only 0.67 fluid ounces in here, which, okay. I'm willing to forgive it because it's only $1 for the foundation. But this is so good. I want to go and buy a few more already just because it's so beautiful. So, medium buildable coverage. It is a soft matte finish. It does dry down, but it still looks like skin. Like, this is one of the most skin-like foundations I've tried in the last year or two. It's beautiful, and you can like set it with powder and it looks beautiful. You can just leave it to set on its own and it'll look beautiful throughout a full day. This blew me out of the water. I was shocked. I think this is my absolute favorite Shop Miss A foundation I've ever tried. which is saying something because they have a lot of foundations and concealers. I would highly recommend you pick it up if you're interested. And also, one of my only affiliate links that I have is for Shop Miss A as a whole. It's down in the description box of all of my videos. So if you're interested, you can click that link before you go shopping at Shop Miss A's website. If you do shop through that link, I do get like a single-digit commission from that. All right, next, coming in at a hot number 2, the other BB cream that I said I fell in love with. I literally bought it, used the entire container up, and this is a rebuy. This is the Cica Clearing BB Cream in the shade 13 Neutral Ivory from Purito. And I slept on this brand for so long. And I gotta say, one of my favorite YouTubers, Taylor Wynn, mentioned loving this years ago. And I always had it in the back of my mind. I was like, yeah, I've heard that's a really, really good one. I found it on Amazon, picked it up, blew my mind. It's so close to like the Misha BB, the Perfect Cover BB cream from Misha, except this one looks even more skin-like. It's light medium coverage, but it looks like, it just looks like skin. And I know I'm kind of saying that over and over, but I can't get over how much it looks like skin. It's beautiful. It applies evenly, and it just looks like a, you know, there's like a lipstick that's like your lips but better. This is like a your skin but better. It looks so beautiful, and it works great with all kinds of primers. I've tried my powders with this, bronzer, contour, everything just sits on this beautifully. And I don't think I've ever gone through a foundation that fast. And this is a full fluid ounce. Yeah, this is 1.0 fluid ounces. I went through an entire bottle of this, and I have an entire drawer of foundations to pick from. Out of all of those, I was picking this every single day to keep using because I loved it so much. And that's why this is a rebuy, because I legitimately finished it up and I purchased another one. And I'm also surprised at how good of a shade match this is. So I am going to do another video coming up soon, because I did a video a few months ago about like the best foundation shade matches for N4 skin, which is my MAC shade color. And this is actually a really good shade for me. The color up here like doesn't really do it justice. It's slightly better in the bottle, but if you actually swatch it out, it's actually really close to my natural skin color, not this neck irritation that I have. I tried out a new lotion that didn't agree with my neck, but it matches my skin really, really nicely. Alrighty, last but absolutely not least, coming in at number 1, the blushes I cannot stop using. They're the e.l.f. Camo liquid blushes. So these are the first 2 that I bought. Spoiler alert, I went out and bought almost every single color after this. I love these so much. So I have the shades Peach Perfect and Gorge Orange. I'm wearing this one today. It's just like the most beautiful luminescent, like not luminescent, but it makes me feel and look like I just got out of like a beautiful spa sauna day. Like it blends out so nicely on my skin. They're pigmented, but not overly so. They blend out so nicely. I can use them with a brush. I can use them with a sponge. I can put them on with my finger and they blend out so nicely. I love the packaging. It's simple. It works. I love the little fat doe foot. It's like the perfect size for dotting product on. And I love that I can dot product on and then it blends. Because that's something with the Rare Beauty. Like, if you dot it on, it's so pigmented, it's not moving. So, I don't think these are a dupe for the Rare Beauty because I wasn't as huge a fan of the Rare Beauty as I am of these. These are less pigmented, they blend out better, and they look more natural than the Rare Beauty blushes, in my opinion. And I actually like these better. Like I said, I cannot stop using these. I had to put these away in my drawers so I could bring out other blushes to use. And even after that, I pulled these back out. Yeah. Love these so much. They're so affordable. They're beautiful. And they blend well and they look great on top of foundation, but also just on bare skin. There was a day when I was just running out shopping and I threw a little bit of mascara on and I threw a little bit of this blush on and I looked flushed, beautiful, like radiant. I felt like the main character in a movie wearing these. And if that doesn't get you to buy this, then, you know, I don't know what will. So there we have it. Those are the last 20 products that I bought, ranked from my least favorite all the way up to my favorite. What did you think of my ranking? Have I tempted you with any of these products? Let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.